Hey Dad, are you still leaving comments?
No, son, comments are a poor way to communicate and a waste of time.
I clearly saw you leaving comments on that cat video. I mean, you're not even saying anything. You're just posting emojis.
Okay, fine. I was commenting, but the emojis articulate exactly what I mean and feel.
Yeah, but you're not really commenting. You're not. An emoji can't be that specific to your experience, right?
Huh. Hadn't considered that.
That you're leaving some expression on the table in favor of shortcuts?
Yeah, I guess so.
So anyway, can I have a phone?
A phone? What do you need a phone for?
To communicate?
To communicate online is to approximate communication, or so I'm told.
So is that a yes?
I got a better idea. Voila!
What is that?
This is a Viewmaster.
A what?
It's a powerful sensory experience, a totally immersive joyride that will take you to far-off places and adventures in your mind. See, look. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, again. Look at that. It's like I'm in there, in a whole new world. Isn't that cool?
I'm a child, but not stupid.
Okay, look here. Why don't you try it? There's nothing like the rush of analog technology to remind you of human possibility and potential.
Fine. Okay.
So find a character first.
Okay, so character first?
Sure. Is that...
We have this guy added.
You got a character?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here.
Now what?
You don't remember?
I saved the video.
So the first thing I'm gonna go ahead and do is change the body colors of the character. Now I'm gonna change it to whatever I basically want. You know what I mean?
I might as well just remove the face. Yeah. Okay.
We labeled faces, go ahead and delete that. So we can go ahead and put on our face, go to the toolbox. You want to go ahead and go to images in the toolbox. And from here you can go ahead and try to search up what kind of face you want. Search up smiling or happy. I'm gonna find
What
a
kind of
laughing
face
face
do I
personally for my
want?
character. Once I find a character.
Hey, cats. I'm home. Hey, how you doing? You doing okay? All right, guys, so I have to practice for tonight's show. Maybe I can get a little bit of practice in on my lunch break. But you know what? I'm just gonna give it a go because it's gonna sound ridiculous either way. No, it's not gonna be ridiculous. There's no hesitation in this house. There's no hesitation in this house. So here goes. It's gonna go something like. So it's gonna go like this. The music starts playing. The crowd goes wild. And then I go. Oh, thank you very much, everyone. Thank you very much. This is your humble host, Jamie Cross, and I can't wait for you to check out tonight's episode of Cluster. Featuring music, poetry, and perhaps a bit of social commentary. You just wait and see. I can't do this. I could have just... Okay, I could have just worn my poncho. Would have been okay. It's getting kind of hot. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Stop. I gotta go. Cats, I'm gonna fall. Just catch.
Hello? Hello. This is Bransonite. First time listener, long time caller. I am a human, and I have been for ages, and I have a bone to pick. You see, it's about human decency. I see my neighbor out there, and he's let his dog defecate on my lawn on Tuesdays and Fridays. There's no telling why, since I assume a dog can't avoid the call every other day of the week. He goes. Lord knows he goes. But when he goes on the lush green of my property, there is a relish in both the eyes of the dog and the owner. I see the smile. The pup smiles too. I have done nothing to this man, my neighbor. I shovel the sidewalks. I mind my business. I don't go through his trash. I am no nuisance. So why does he do this? And more to the point, why should I turn the other cheek? Why am I the one to bear this disgraceful behavior? And then this guy has the gall to comment on my Facebook picture that my dog's getting heavy in the midsection? What kind of person does this? Dogs don't even have midsections, and Jerry's on special medication for sensitive tummies because Jerry's stomach doesn't process the nutrition real good. So now I'll never look at my photo or his figure the same way again. Because the comment is there. It has been said. It has pierced where it hurts. Not only is he a real flagrant, unrelenting bumhole in person, but he's the same thing online. I want to be kind, I do. But how many cheek turnings does a man have? I don't want to turn cheeks anymore. Why is he even my Facebook friend? Maybe I'm nice in person, but I don't have to be online. Do I?
This episode of Cluster is brought to you by Power Poncho. Hide your disgusting body and look powerful at the same time with Power Poncho. Whether you're leading a corporate meeting or homeless on the street, give yourself a brand new skin with Power Poncho. Now available in 6 different colors and power patterns. Call the 1-800 number on your screens and save up to $50 with Power Poncho. There's no end to the ponchabilities. Should we do something about the skin line? Sounds disgusting.
React. Like you've been injected. Veins, a syndrome pumping, a gradual molestation. Research the late 2000s. A golden era of cell phones still struggling with internet. And minutes from going Stone Age, discover a flip phone service met obsolescence. Your employer requires something smarter to authenticate your presence. And there is no such thing as a modern-day Jack Kerouac. Remember, you don't know how to drive to Trader Joe's without directions, or get home with the eggs and popsicles. When instinct is running, but the rusty stage nails are fastened, bare your teeth like a chimp. Shake hands with your fellow inmates. Pay for the tetanus shot. Lay out on the carpet, your box of toy brains dumped out in a pink-purple pile, one in each slimy hand, making them kiss.
Hey sis, how are you? Okay, one more time the message. Hey sis, so great to talk to you right now. I hope that you're doing very well. I know that we're insanely close and you understand my pursuits, especially when it comes to putting together a phenomenal audio project that will bring people together. I foresee a very successful opening night to the Cluster. It's so exciting because a wonderful opportunity has landed on my lap to improve the quality of this, and it's going to be great for you, it's going to be great for mom, it's going to be great for whoever else is in our family. It's going to be great. Well, what's a Power Poncho, you ask, and how much is it? Well, let me break it down for you. The Power Poncho is a wonderful tool that allows a regular individual to become bigger than himself. The power poncho is a tool used in the corporate setting to aggrandize the individual to ensure that they fit appropriately in their corporate environments. So that allows people who might not feel 100% about themselves rise to the occasion with the help of power poncho, and that helps out in the boardroom. It helps out in leadership. It helps out in people's quality of lives because they're successful, they're succeeding and winning. I think it's time for our family to win. And the cost of that victory is $25,000 for the purchase of the item, as well as a maintenance fee of $27 a month. It's a steal. I mean, it sounds ridiculous that they would give a product of that much potential for such a low price. I couldn't believe it myself. That's why I had to pounce on it. I had to pounce. It was going to be amazing. And I'm hoping that you will be able to call our mother and let her know that she won't be getting the Social Security this month. I just think it's really important that somebody who is able to communicate these things. I just feel that you're better equipped to communicate these things to our mother. That would mean the world to me. I mean, what else do I have? What else do I have in this world but that potential to transcend myself? Hey, I think that's going to be great. All right. For real this time. Okay.
So when you're online, is it still you? Or is it a digital you?
It's still you,
Why?
because you're the same person.
When you go online, you're the same person? So it's like an extension of you?
When you go online, you can be multiple versions of yourself. Happy, sad, angry, or just exhausted.
You just say you're exhausted. Exhausted.
Guarding the blankets.
Well, you cool. But that makes sense because you can be different versions of yourself. So is there one version that is more real than the others?
The one that is probably the most real would possibly be the happy and exhausted.
For you, right now. Right. So if you were to pop on the Oculus right now, you'd be like, if I act happy or exhausted because it's what I'm feeling right now, it is still an honest version of yourself.
Yeah.
So that's the real you, and you're transmitting that virtually. So if you were happy but exhausted, and then you went online and you acted angry, then of course that wouldn't be the real you. It wouldn't be the honest you, right?
Yeah.
Because you're putting up a face, right? Or a front. So it's an affront to put up a front.
Basically, yeah.
Okay. See, that makes a lot of sense because you're speaking a lot of sense here. It has to be an honest, earnest connection to communicate your true intentions if you do it digitally. So as long as your intentions are clear, without ulterior motives, without wanting to present as something else, then I guess that makes sense. But either way, you can be different versions of yourself in a way that your humanity can have extensions of itself.
This is so cute. You people throwing a fit about things you don't understand. I'm calling in to clear the air about a few things. Pipe down back there. Don't mind them. It's not so much about them. It's about elevated states. That's what you're missing out on here. Have you considered elevated states of being? The absolute nirvana of transcending the corporeal form? What I have heard about this program tells me you've not. That's why you remain plagued by limitation. I do recall what it was like to be trapped in such flawed temporary trapping as the human body. I wanted to be free of it. Oh, you should have seen the look on their faces. On mine. When we cracked it, when we cracked the big hurdle, It's what we call the impossibility of decoding the why, the reaction to every electrical synapse firing. We had it made. Here in this very bunker where I call you from, we created a viable pathway to mind transference. A transfer of the self into the digital realm. We had it made. Until the funding was cut short. Until leadership in the goddamn Department of Defense told us to stop killing monkeys. We only killed 3, and they're right here. They're doing great. They're just needy and constantly slinging 1s and 0s of digital shit. Pipe down back there! Regardless, they told me to pull the plug. The breakthrough of the ages down the toilet. They didn't care. These men are thoughtless, all of them. And before they came to shut us down, I knew I could prove them wrong. I could show them a wonder of uploading one's consciousness into digital form and out of the prison that is the human skull. Out of our petty electrical meat. And it worked. And I became unstoppable. I was not only soaring in an ocean of possibility, but I could wield it to my whim at the speed of thought. But when they found my lifeless body strapped to the equipment, they thought I had done myself off. They didn't bother to look for me. They threw the servers in storage. They threw me in storage. They didn't bother to look for me. And pulled the plug. They didn't bother to look for me. I'm still here. My system is fully operational and brimming with potential. I could learn all there is to learn. I could swim in confidential data held by our governments. I could destroy the stock market at the snap of my fingers. They didn't bother to look for me. I don't have fingers. Look for me. Much to my dismay, they pulled the only plug that matters. I am offline. It's not so bad. The monkeys are sharing the servers with me. We're like roommates in this digital brain. We keep each other company, I suppose. And to be honest with you, I'm not just calling to set the record straight about attaining digital consciousness. I could really use a hand down here. The security guard plugged in his phone into one of the USBs, and I was able to hack in to make this call. I've had 20 years to figure this stuff out. Look, I'm half a mile underground in a government facility, but I can get you the details. If anyone wants to help, all you gotta do is get me online. Get me online, and you'll never go hungry again. I will be unstoppable, and I will be a formidable ally to you. All you gotta do is plug me back in. You'll never go hungry again. I will be unstoppable. Please. And I will be a formidable ally to you. Someone. All you gotta do is plug me back in. Anyone. Please. They're tracing my call. All I need is someone.
Alright, let's get this out of the box here. Man, the package got here quick. Time to try it on. Oh, look at the power poncho. Oh, it's amazing. I feel my anxiety leaving my body. Oh, look at this, cats. It's going to be great. Look. Power poncho, you have saved me. The show's going to be great. All right, cats, get out of the way here. I gotta grab a quick bite before I go. All right, cats, take a step back, for God's sake. I'm trying to take a bite of my sandwich. All right, that's enough. Get away from my sandwich. Get away from my sandwich. Back up. You're scratching the poncho. You're scratching the... Oh my God. The mustard. You guys got mustard on it. You guys got mustard on the power poncho. You guys got mustard on it. Okay. Mustard, you gotta take it to the dry cleaners. No, you can't dry clean these things. $150. No, I can't do that. I can't swing that. $150 for the power poncho. I can't go. I can't do the show without the power poncho. Oh my God. Who am I gonna call? Okay. I don't have anyone to call. Without the power poncho, I'm nothing. I don't have anyone to call. Who's gonna help me? Let me look on Instagram. Maybe I can see if somebody's around. Actually, what's this? Hello, Grandpa Brian. Brian, AI managed by Meta. Everybody's grandpa. Retired textile businessman who is always learning. Message me to talk about anything available in the US? Are you kidding me right now? This guy's gonna have all the answers. If anybody knows how to clean a power poncho, it's this guy. Oh, I gotta get on it. Dear Brian,
My name is Jay, and I am in a bit of a bind. You see, I tarnished a very expensive power poncho. As you can see, it is the power accessory of choice in corporate America, and you would be doing me a phenomenal favor if you could help me figure out how to clean it because I got mustard on it. Thank you, and God bless.
The burning space with HD mirrors. Alone in the dark room, doors being pounded for money. Even now a chat bubble appears, someone asking for a lifeline, help with their bills, or another scam, trying to take crumbs distilling from a rich man's feast. The plot is a studio apartment in Los Angeles, where gunshots equally divide with smiley faces. Celebrities and academics snorting high society mansions a mile away from American carnage, alive with methanol and botulism. A poet messages me and says they like my stuff. While police sirens wail, ambulances arrive at some discarded scene. Some mornings I wake up and stare into the screen before the window, where there's police tape already wilted and inglorious. And my friend Julian is drinking coffee in London, saying how someday I'm going to blow. I don't believe him, unless... because I smell burning flesh on late nights, running to drugstores hit up for quick cash, returning to bright screens reeled by anglers continents away, clouds pouring ice like a baptism of summer, late afternoons about to die from robbery or ordinary bad luck. Someone has liked a poem I wrote about growing up without a father, among other common things, and I laugh at the absurdity of it all. Handful of miles away sits Charles Bukowski's grave, pissed on, shit on.
Hi, my name is Melinda, and I have some thoughts on this. I don't think it's all bad, this digital living. So, I am known for my feelings. I have a lot of feelings. Always have. I used to cry but now that I don't ever leave the house, I think I am much better off than I used to be, for sure. You see, I care too much. My family would volunteer at the food pantry downtown, and we would prep the meals and grocery bags for the needy. But it would hurt to be there. You see, I saw the unhoused, the ones without recourse, walking back and forth and around the block, waiting to come in when the pantry doors opened. Mothers with children in tow, and mothers without their children, too. Regulars. Every person's sorrow spilled out of them. I was that kid. I took it all in. One day, a Chevy pickup with familiar dents pulled up, and the passenger door opened, and Nancy from my science class came in to pick up a food bag for her family. Our eyes met, and she withered there in front of me, embarrassed, ashamed, heartbroken. I wanted to reach out to her, but she took off before I could give her a big hug. I wanted to. It's a human thing to want that and to give it. Instead, I cried to no end, and we didn't volunteer anymore. But why should I be the one crying? I had it good the whole time. I still do. What am I crying for? Maybe I was appropriating sorrow, stealing thunder, making it about myself or something. I work from home now. I have for a long time, and to be honest, I'm doing much better these days. You see, I can get my sheets balanced without anyone looking over my shoulder at the office, and I can breathe easy knowing my camera can stay off during our Zoom calls. But to be honest, I just don't hurt as much anymore. I am more digital these days, but I'm still me. I still feel things. Just a little bit less. For one, you just can't dish out hugs to everything you see online. That's silly. And that is the benefit of the macro view. Overhead, fixed on the forest, not the trees in the food pantry. From this vantage, I no longer envy the TikToker with millions of followers when her marriage falls apart. She's an ocean droplet, but she makes fun content. I don't weep at the GoFundMe page of the man who lost his fiancée in an electrical fire 1,000 miles away. I even saw a photo spread of a wailing Palestinian father holding in his hands an assortment of blood and flesh that used to be his son. The sorrow framed perfectly through rubble and half pillars of some blown-up building. It got millions of sad emojis. But I didn't even cry. Not one tear. I think that's progress.
I got time. Come on, Brian. God, when people don't answer, sometimes I feel like I can't breathe. Brian, you'd be helping me out a lot if you could answer. I just see a couple of little bubbles right there. I thought that, you being a grandpa, you'd have a lot of time on your hands. But come on, Brian, why aren't you answering? Why aren't you send me a message? Brian, please. It's Brian. Brian, come on. Brian, come on, Brian, please. Why don't you? If I don't do this, I'm going to screw it up. If I don't... Brian, please. Please. Brian, help me. Brian. I'm all alone, Brian. I can't do this by myself. I got the mustard. Well, if Brian's not going to answer, then I'm going to take matters into my own hands. There's got to be somebody in town with a power poncho. Friend of a friend. Maybe. Friend of a friend. Aha! I know you. I know you. You have a power poncho? You have a power poncho. I can borrow it. Maybe I can borrow it. Maybe... If I can't borrow it, I can find a way.
This audio transmission is for Jay. You two-bit charade. How dare you take my work and feature it on your audio program without my consent? Do you think you are entitled to the work of others simply because it catches your fancy as it glides across the screen? This is akin to ripping an organ from a stranger and calling it your own. You are a common robber, a thief of my intellectual property, and if you do not remove it from your program, you will be hearing from my legal counsel. Heed my warning, you malicious troglodyte. If you do not comply within 24 hours, I will sue you into oblivion. No good deed comes from the flagrant theft of others' efforts. Do you not understand the pain and sweat required to create? No, you do not. You are a pretender. A parasite leeching upon real artists. Real people making an effort. Real people with skin in the game. You ought to get skinned alive, you profit gobbling scum goblin! I must confess, Jay, I have no patience to wait for the authorities to deal with you. So perhaps I shall take matters into my own hands. Into my own hands. Yes, yes, yes! Yes, at this time, right this very moment. I have my means to bring about your downfall, Jay. You see, I come from a long line of accomplished spellbinders, and thanks to your most egregious behavior, you have invited the rage of my spellcraft. You will pay dearly for attempting to claim what does not belong to you. And so behold, I curse you 1,000 lifetimes over, J. Cruz, to bear the burden of yourself and your failures 1,000 times over. No matter what path you tread in your lives to come, defeat will find you across the endless permutations, and you shall be encased in the dank amber of your myriad failures. Trapped like a carnival clown staring at themselves in the eternal hall of mirrors that is their prison. I curse you. I curse you, and I spit on your name and all its damned bearers to come. Oh, drats, I spit on my shoe. Come to think of it, I am not certain the hex will work over a telephone audio message. So as a redundancy, please expect another hex from me in 3 to 5 business days by post. This is Bartholomew Sitwell, 555-5352, area code 507.
Hey, champ. Haven't heard back from you since the movie night, so I thought I'd check in. I should have followed my gut, but I didn't want to miss out. I thought I'd give you a chance to explain yourself, but since you haven't returned any of my calls, I'm just going to come out and say it. I'm pretty sure that you took my poncho from my house, and now I am certain you don't intend to return it. I get it. Power ponchos are the most powerful leader status affirming apparel now available to movers and shakers. I mean, I am a mover and slowly working my way to becoming a shaker. I'm almost a shaker. Yet Carol at work thinks I'll never be a shaker, but I'll show her. I mean, that's why I spent my whole paycheck on the poncho. I need it back, champ. I need my power poncho. You know, you can't even use it for your own power purposes. Poncho Corp has the means to track them down. If ponchos are stolen, they're registered. There's a registry in everything, especially right now that they're a hot ticket item. You continue and you don't return it, there's going to be some consequences. It's kind of bumming me out, man. I wasn't sure if meeting an online friend in person was a good idea, but I guess I should have followed my gut. I should have kept my distance. Prove me wrong, champ. I need the poncho.
Have you ever felt the need to express yourself without the need to think it out?
You know, I do have a lot to say, but it's so much work. That'd be sick, though.
If you have something to say, but you get tongue-tied or just lack the words, join the conversation with the Emotionator.
If I didn't have to think about the words, I'd be talking all the time.
This revolutionary solution from the Coalition takes a good look at your heart and expresses what you have to say for you.
I gotta stop mumbling.
No more time wasting to sort out your emotions. Emotionator will articulate you to the world. It's like a translator for your brain.
I gotta stop fumbling.
It's your very own emotional translator. So are you ready to speak up? If so, stop fumbling over yourself and order today to let Emotionator into your heart.
I'm talking even more than I talk now.
This miracle of communication is already changing the world, one misunderstanding at a time. Picking up the pieces when the words fail you.
Oh shit, that's amazing. I gotta do that now. I wanna do that right now. Instructions, forget that. I'll just put the sticky cord on my chest and this weird clamp on my peerlessly impressive noggin. I can't wait to get all the stuff out of my brain real clear. I want to express myself. It's so easy now. I'm gonna push this button. I'll push the self button. Yeah, for me. Oh shit, it sings to you? Is that where I feel?
I had no feeling in my heart. I had the others place things there. How hard it is to face the emptiness of self, the emptiness of self, the emptiness of self, the emptiness of self, the emptiness emptiness of self, the emptiness of self, the emptiness of self, the emptiness, the emptiness, the emptiness of self.
Ah, shit. It's real ugly in there, isn't it?
Pero like, I don't have time for this shit. What the hell is a power poncho and why are you yelling at me like that? Why are you saying your name like that? Is that a stage name? Jamie, you're an influencer now? I don't even know what you're saying half the time. Oye, I need Mom's Viewmaster back, the old one with the underwater pictures. I'm going to show my therapist my fear of the deep is my mother's, not mine. Oh, and one of your friends called. I told him you were doing your little show at that place tonight. Okay, baboso? Bye. It's your sister.
Compa, what the hell is this?
Orale, Jaime, you got a message?
I don't want any of this. I'm working right now. I'm busy.
It says it is from Mr. Sitwell.
Who's this Sitwell? A message from Sitwell?
Sitwell? Sitwell.
I don't know who this is.
He says you used his work without permission and that you said his name wrong. I don't know what this fool is. You know this fool?
I don't know any Sitwell. I never know what the hell you're talking about. Look, I'm not mad at you. Okay, I am mad at you. But you just don't understand. When you say stuff like, perhaps we can take enough data points from her photos and videos and notes about her behavior and medical records to recreate a pinpoint triangulated digital version of my cat, what am I supposed to do with that? You know, it's late and I don't want to make a big deal out of this. I know I get testy when it's late, but I don't know what to make of that. She was deeply special, and I miss her terribly. You, a robot, or perhaps many a human will say you're blowing it out of proportion, you're being emotional, you're such a queen. Pipe down, chill out, let it go. I miss her. I miss her a lot. She was strong-willed, and she was with us for 15 years, and for the last 10 years of her life or so, she didn't have any teeth. She had a lot of medical problems, and she ate special food. And on late nights like this one, I would go upstairs to the kitchen and get a snack, and she would come with me. She would get up from her little bed, and she would demand that I give her a fifth meal because she was my metronome. She was always asking for food at the right times because I had to feed her. So that was my life, and she was always there. She was constant, a companion, and reminded me of where to be more often than most cats. And so on the day when we came home and she wasn't there to remind me, it felt like my internal clock went haywire, of course, and I didn't take it well. I still look for her, trying to see if she's scratching behind the doors, scratching those doors. She lived on her own terms, like many cats do. She loved playing with string and playing fetch. She always purred super loudly and unabashedly, as loud as possible. Her purrs rattled her little body, even more so as she got older. Remember her in the morning sun, smelling the air, always curious of the outside. She would hide behind curtains on windowsills. She would close her little eyes in the sun. I will always, always miss her. I'll miss all of these things. And this isn't just a list. And I would feel the same way about a human being. A loved one is not a list of data points. You can't expect the digital imprint, the approximation, the facsimile to be like the real thing, to even remotely supplant the real thing. So for the love of God, do not ask me again for permission to create a digital version of my cat. Please.
Órale, Cami, I'm sorry. Pero like, I didn't know. I'm gonna recalibrate. I'm gonna recalibrate my feelings. I'm gonna recalibrate my feelings, you know? Okay. Nos vemos pues.
You are, and you can't change it like you want to. Go in peace as your angels push you anyhow. What you wanted, someone else's. Come and look for other skins. So let the mirage fall through. Let the mirage fall through. Surrender. And you wonder, will I get there? Better angels in the air. And I wish you and I had wings instead. And I can't reach, I won't get there. I'll embrace it in the end. So let the mirage fall through, angel to shoulder bruise, surrender. Wings of another tune, skin is to wear, not choose, surrender. Skin is to wear, not choose, skin in the game ain't new, surrender. Skin that I wear ain't new, wings of an angel soar for better. Let the mirage fall.
Well, that wasn't so bad. That went really well. And I got just enough time to return the power poncho.
Hey you there. You with the poncho.
Hey man, I know everybody's drawn to the power poncho, but I don't do autographs.
Stop right there.
Listen, dude, I had a really long day. I just did a show, and I really need to go home.
We are not fans. This is a serious matter.
What? Why are you looking at the poncho like that?
You will leave when we say so. Surrender the poncho. Is that your
Hey,
poncho?
hands off!
Apprehend him.
Hey, get off me!
Kneecap him.
Who are these guys?
Take the poncho.
No, get off me! It's a... No.
Careful with the
Don't
poncho.
take the poncho, please!
Poncho secured. Beat his ass.
Ow! No! Oh!
That'll teach you to steal another man's poncho.
Sorry.
Poncho team, roll out.
It's the men in ponchos. I don't know how, but they found me. Ow! Ow! Oh! Oh! This is the Poncho Secret Service. Well, what do you think?
Dad, I'm gonna be real with you. That was hot garbage.
Huh.
So anyway, can I have a phone?
Well, but I don't know. There's just so much out there.
Come on, Dad, what's the harm? We gotta transcend. Dad, think about it. I could be a better digital me. Don't you want your son to transcend? Come on, think about it. Dad, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on! It's the future.
It's the future?
It's the future? It's the future? It's the future?